Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Well, that's what you would have heard if my mic wouldn't have not worked during this whole tutorial. Well, except for the beginning, the first like 3 minutes it worked, but then I had technical difficulties. But in this video, do not follow along with my lips because it does not match up. So I went ahead and did a voiceover because this look came out too good, and I was just like, I know if I try to film again, it's just not going to come out the same, most likely. So just enjoy this voiceover. I'm so sorry if you feel like it's all over the place. I tried my best to make it work. So if you'd like to see how I created this beautiful look right here, then keep on watching. All right, y'all. So I don't really know which palette I want to use today. I just recently purchased the Desi and Katy Friendcation palette, their second collab with Doseofcolors, and the colors in here are perfect for a fall look. So I'm not sure if I want to use this palette because I don't know, these colors I seem to use a lot of the times, but I did purchase the Ooh La La palette from ColourPop, and I really want to do a pink look. And the colors in this palette are to die for. I'm loving these vibrant pinks in there, and I don't even like pink, but I don't know, for some reason pink on me, like on my eyes, looks really good. So I'm not sure what I want to do. I guess I'm going to think about it while I am priming my eyes. I already did my brows off camera, and today I actually used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow instead of the Brow Wiz. I've been using the Brow Wiz since it's been about a year now, because I remember I started using the Brow Wiz again when I went to Miami, like when I first moved into my apartment. Ever since then I was like, dang, I did my brows in but in 5 minutes. Like, I literally did my brows in 5 minutes. With the dip brow, it takes me a good like 10-15 minutes, probably 20 to be honest. Just because you really have to work the product in to make it look as natural as possible. You don't want to use as much, so I start off with a little and build its way up. But I really like how they are nice and dark, and they just look really precise. But I definitely won't be using dip brows like on a regular. But enough of the talking. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids with the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Concealer in the shade 3W. And I have lash extensions, so this is actually going to be my first time doing an actual look and using eyeshadow since I've had lash extensions. So I just haven't used any product or anything on my lids because I want my lashes to last as long as possible. So yeah, that's why I haven't really been putting any product on my lids. But I'm just taking this random brush to go ahead and blend in this concealer. Do you love me? Are you riding? So you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you always. Alright, so this is the part where the beginning of me not having volume starts. So if you guys are getting confused by trying to read my lips and listen to my voice, just try to listen to my voice. So I'm going in with the Friendcation palette from Desi and Katy, collaboration with Doseofcolors. That's the palette I decided to use. And for my lids, I didn't prime them. This was my first time not priming. I'm sorry, I did prime them. This is my first time not using a setting powder to set my eyelids. So in this palette, the first shade I'm going to go in with is the shade called Teens, I believe. And it is the brownish, darkest shade in this palette, which you will see me point to. So now I'm just taking a fluffy blending brush to go ahead and blend this shade onto my eyelid. And as you guys can see, you do really have to work in the shadow onto your lid when you do not set it with a setting powder. You want to make sure you really work it in because you don't want it to look patchy or just like you don't know how to blend on your lid. So I really do like this technique, and I'm actually disappointed in myself for not trying this out sooner because the pigmentation is definitely there. So the next shade I'm going to go in with is called Girl Bye, the one I'm pointing to right now. And I'm just going to take that on the outer edge of my lid. I am blending, and then I go ahead and start doing tapping motions to kind of really pack it onto my lid. And to get that pigmentation, then I go ahead and blend it out again. And I'm just really working that into the lid to kind of bring that shade and the brown together. So now I'm taking the same concealer that I used to prime my lids, and I'm just taking a little bit to start off to give me the line of where my actual crease is. So that is why I'm looking up, because it really just gives me the exact area to where my natural crease is. And then I'm going to be taking this small flat brush to go ahead and blend that concealer in and get that cut crease going. And I just take a little by little concealer, because you don't want to start off with a lot of concealer because it can end up being really messy. And so as you guys can see here, I am just taking the small flat brush to really go ahead and place the concealer on my lid for the cut crease. I feel like going in with a small flat brush just really helps with blending in the concealer and really getting it as precise and defined as possible. So now that my cut crease is done, I am now taking the shimmer shade right here in the shade Just a Kiss, and I'm going to pack that on with a dry brush. Now, in any other shadows that I've played with in a palette, normally I wet my brush and I go ahead and pack the shimmer shade onto my lid. But with this one, it is kind of more of a loose glitter in this palette, so it works best dry. And when I tell you, the pigmentation of this is beautiful, as you guys can see. It is stunning. It is so pigmented, and there wasn't even a lot of fallout. So now that the shimmer shade is on, I am taking the shade Girl Bye again, and I am just going to be packing that on the outer edge of my lid to blend in that shimmer shade and the other two shades that I already have on my lid, so it kind of doesn't leave like a harsh cutoff. So this is the end of this eye tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What I would have been saying in this part, if you could hear me, is that I really enjoyed creating this look. It is giving me fall vibes. I am obsessing over this palette. The pigments and the shades, the shimmer shades, everything in this palette is just amazing. I went ahead and put some colors on my lower lash line, and I just used the two shades that I used on the top of my lids in the shade Girl Bye and Cheens to give it a little more darkness to the eyes and a little more definition. So other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you would like more eye looks like this and more fall type of looks, then comment down below and let me know. And I do have a tutorial coming on the skin and the foundation and what products I was comparing to get this flawless base to my skin. So be on the look for that video. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. But that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.